One thing is that people are coming back to the cinemas. Rocky Rani was incredible. Now Gadar 2 and Oh My God 2 are doing well. These are good signs. Do you feel more confident when your film is just about to come?
It's a great sign. I'm relieved mostly by films like Oh My God 2, Zara Hatke Zara Bachke, Satya Prem Ki Katha, because they're mid-budget films. और मेरी by default film mid-budget और high concept होती है.
If you wake up as a guy and one day, what are the 3 things that you would love to do?
Bash up all the guys.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Do that. Yeah.
I think I would do whatever I want because boys just do whatever they want. I'd go out, I'd stay out till however late I want. I'd I'd do that sort of stuff.
That sort of stuff.
Yeah.
मुझे shave करना पड़ता था, wax करना पड़ता था. There were like other things, yeah.
Change your nail polish.
Yeah. मेहंदी लगानी पड़ती थी और वो भी sketch pen से. Let me just like flash news, guys. फिल्म के अंदर जो मेहंदी लगती है वो मेहंदी नहीं होती, वो sketch pen होता है. Hi, this is Ayushmann Khurrana.
Hi, this is Ananya Panday.
And you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
Ayushmann Ananya, welcome to Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you.
Always excited to interview both of you. Ayushmann, I'll start with you over here. Which one did you enjoy more? Look here and tell us.
Rohit, honestly, I really enjoyed being Pooja.
Oh, you did?
It was difficult, it was challenging. औरतों के लिए इज्जत और बढ़ गई है. But जितना challenging होता है actor के लिए उतना मजा आता है. So I think Pooja is beautiful.
Right.
Don't fart.
I didn't fart, it was my heel.
It was the heels or chair.
Okay.
Right.
Heels, you know, since you were Pooja, you wore them, it's tough.
Right. Now you know problems, right?
Exactly.
I didn't wear any heels in the film. I didn't. It was difficult. I
That's
couldn't
your
walk
next
with
thing
heels.
now. For
I
promotions,
could not
you have to
walk
come
with. I can't.
in heels.
Right. Ananya, you had you know Gehraiya and Liger, and then we've been waiting for your film.
Exactly
When there's
1 year.
So when there's a break, does it make are you a restless soul who'll be like, I need to have a release?
I think I didn't feel the need for a release because I was shooting non-stop through this time, and I think when you've had certain releases, the fate of all of them, it kind of simmers into the way you are next year. So I think I've become more of a patient person.
Okay.
I'd rather wait and sit at home rather than do a project that I don't completely believe in.
Right.
So I was not feeling as impatient because firstly I was working on things that I was very excited about and that are going to come out this year. And I would rather wait for something good to come than just work without seeing exactly what I'm doing.
Right. Ayushmann, same for you also after all these years that if there's a break between 2 films, you've hardly had a break, but if there's a break, are you someone who gets restless?
This was technically like 6-7 months.
Yeah. For you, it's not. Yeah.
I think it's a good break.
It's
to
a good
have.
break.
And I think it's very myopic to think like break zyada ho gaya. I think the idea is to do quality work.
Right.
If you are really thinking about having like a good filmography, wait for the right project, right script, right film, right director, and those basics basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He comes with a lot of credibility. He has his own audience who think that Ayushmann ki picture hai kuch alag hoga. He must have done something different. What was it for you when you sign a film opposite him?
I mean, I've seen so many of Ayushmann's films first day, in the theatre. I'm also a big fan of the kind of cinema that he does. Right. So I told you I saw Meri Pyari Bindu Andhadhun, everything I told you that he knows all of this. I've told him before. So I think when I signed on, I knew for sure that it's going to be, along with the comedy, along with all of that, there's going to be a very good content also. It's not going to be brainless or, just mindless. There's going to be some story to it. There's going to be some structure to it. And I learned that with him while working on set as well, because he would come in the morning and he would be very prepared. He wouldn't just be like, kya bolna hai, theek hai, aise karte hai, waise karte hai. There's a very fine line between comedy and then really hurting someone or making fun of someone. And I think he's very sensitive to that. He's always, he's like, maybe we shouldn't say it in this way. We can really hurt someone's sentiments with that. So that's something I really appreciated while working with him.
Right.
Yeah.
Ayushmann, you tell me about her. She comes with so much spark and positivity around always. What is it? What was she like when you're shooting with her?
I was always thinking that, she's an urban girl and how will she, get accustomed to the milieu of this Mathura city, the T3 tiers, 2-tier India. Yeah. But I think she adapted really well. Okay. We had a dialect coach, Yash Chaturvedi, and he helped us with the accent. Every 10 kilometers the accent changes in a country. But she was bang on with the accent, which is like great to be if you're a Bombay girl, it's difficult to catch those accents, I think. Right. So मैं तो फिर भी हिंदी में बात करता हूँ, हिंदी में सोचता हूँ, so मेरे लिए आसान हो जाता है. But I think she's done a great job in the film. She's
Yeah.
And
First
we've
time.
seen that in the past also with Pati Patni और वो
Yeah,
यूपी की एक
yeah.
फिल्म कर चुकी है, so yeah.
Right. You said you at the start of the interview you said there's newfound respect for women after playing this. What is it? What is it that you didn't know?
Like lot of things. I don't know. बहुत कुछ क्या बोलूँ मैं?
थोड़ा कुछ. हाँ.
How long
There's
it
a,
takes
there's
to
a,
get ready?
there's
Yeah.
a, that's fine. I think for me it was difficult.
Boys
because
also take long to get ready.
Boys
of
do
course
take
they
long.
do, but मुझे shave करना पड़ता था, wax करना पड़ता था. There were like other things, यार.
Change your nail polish.
Yeah,
every time.
मेहंदी लगानी पड़ती थी और वो भी sketch pen से.
Okay.
You know, let me just like flash news guys. फिल्म के अंदर जो मेहंदी लगती है वो मेहंदी नहीं होती, वो sketch pen होता है. क्योंकि उसको निकालना पड़ता है
Right,
next
next day.
scene
Next
के
scene,
लिए.
you know,
Next
next
scene,
day,
next
Wow.
scene. You take it off and then
Sketch pen.
yeah. So difficult part was switching from Pooja to Karam and Karam to
Yeah,
Pooja.
yeah.
3 घंटे में दाढ़ी आ जाती थी तो पूजा सीधा से करम बाहर आने लग जाता था, तो it was just so annoying. But respect in the sense एक फिल्म के अंदर लाइन भी है कि लड़की बनना मुश्किल है लेकिन लड़की होना और भी मुश्किल होता है. So which is like
I'm gonna say this as my favorite line.
it is a favorite line.
Yeah. Ananya, if you had to if you wake up as a guy one day.
I was just telling
Yeah.
you we should switch.
Yeah, if you wake up as a guy and one day, what are the 3 things that you would love to do?
Bash up all the guys.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Do that. Yeah.
I think I would do whatever I want because boys just do whatever they want. I'd go out, I'd stay out till however late I want. I'd I'd do that sort of stuff.
That sort of stuff.
Yeah, and do some like drive a fast car. What do boys like doing all this stuff?
You can
No?
also do that being a girl, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm not interested in that. Maybe if I'm a guy, my interest will change into like fast cars or something.
Just don't cross the speed limit. I think that's
Yes, right. When you went to Priya Cinema, you said कि यहाँ पर मैं आया हूँ girlfriends के साथ, चुपके family से, चुपके friends से, चुपके
Girlfriend के साथ.
Friends. Sorry, girlfriend के साथ. Okay, so you really did these things. When was this? Which year was this?
This was
I'm
probably
not asking you who it was, but
2007. Tahira के साथ
अच्छा.
थी 2007.
Okay.
Yeah, she used to come to Delhi to see me. It was a long distance relationship. She was in Chandigarh, I was in Delhi. I was working in Delhi. So weekends पे हम मिलते थे. तो प्रिया जाते थे प्रिया सिनेमा में. बहुत बार गया हूँ प्रिया सिनेमा. That was the first PVR by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a lot of nostalgia behind that property.
Right. और छुपके क्यों जाना? You're not told anyone by then.
यार, her brother used to stay there. So yeah, it's always awkward.
Yeah.
Till the time you marry that girl.
Yeah.
I think it's awkward still. Brothers are brothers.
Yeah, it's very awkward.
Yeah. See, when you wake up as a guy, these are the things you have to be careful of, like brother.
No, I'll be the brother, no?
And bash up.
Yeah.
like bash up. Right. And Ananya, tell us about your character. We would like to hear what she plays here.
I mean, I think she's extremely pivotal to the plot and, what happens in Karam's life. It's because of her. All of the, golmaal, that whole situation that happens is because of my character Pari.
Yeah.
But I think she has a very strong personality of her own. She stands for what she believes in. She's feisty. She's vivacious in that way. So she says it how it is. She's very straightforward and she expects the same honesty and truth that she puts out there.
Right. Is she anything like you in real life, what you are?
No.
What-
I wish I was like that. I
what
wish I
is-
could stand for what I believe in and just
I think
fight
comes
for
with
it.
age also.
It
I think
comes
comes with
with
experience also.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah, she's quite a strong.
Maybe
chick.
after a week you'll be like.
Maybe I'll feel strong after when I'm.
एक हफ्ता रुक.
Wait 1 week
एक
after.
हफ्ते
the
बाद.
week. Yeah.
Probably after
I'm
25th
getting
of
there. I'm
August.
getting there. Yeah.
Right. Ayushmann, what do you see in this generation that you think they have, which is quite amazing? A positive.
I really believe that every generation has like pros and cons.
Okay.
I don't see them like
So
a
what would be
separate
a
generation.
pro and con for when you see Ananya?
A con? What?
Yeah. First she wants to know con.
I
First-
really don't know.
Okay,
I think
pro.
pro
One
that-
advantage that they have
and
that you wish you
I
all
can
had
tell
when
you a con of our generation
Haan,
is
what is
the
it?
addiction to our phones. Like
I
I don't
think-
see you're not as.
let me just tell you, I think different millennial and Gen Z is
Haan ji.
that both are devastated by this social
Yeah.
media addiction.
Okay.
It's not gen specific.
No, but I
It's
think you've
everywhere.
seen a life without it. We've not.
That was beautiful.
We don't know what it's like to be with us. So it's a very scary thought. Imagine you all know that it's a beautiful thing to not
Right.
have.
Yeah,
That's
probably
true.
they're
We have-
always
yeah.
they're consumed by
Yeah.
the
Right.
social media.
Like my phone is under my thigh right
His
now. Like I
phone
just
was going to be
cannot
under his chair,
separate myself.
not too far.
मैंने दे दिया नहीं I तो log out of Instagram because it just consumes you.
Yeah.
हाँ, you do.
After consuming Insta for like 4 hours, 5 hours, looking at reels or
Mindlessly
whatever,
scrolling, yeah.
your creative energy goes for a toss. You can't think straight. You're drained. So I make it a point. I log out probably 3 times in a day. I just check Instagram. That's it.
And those 3 hours, you don't feel like, oh, you
Not
missed
3 hours, 3 times.
3 times. Okay. 3 hours is a bit much.
For how many hours? Those
Yeah,
3 times?
तो बताओ.
My team posts all these assets and everything.
Okay.
Baki to probably 1 hour,
1
which is fine. Half an hour.
You're making one
I don't know,
break.
I
You
don't
really
check.
look like as if you've taken a very big break. Yeah?
Listen, people
it's
are
yeah.
on phone like for 18 hours, 10 hours at
I'm
least.
so
1 hour is
embarrassed
nothing.
to check my time limit. Like
I don't check my time.
What would it be, Ananya?
Like 8 hours or something.
So 1 hour is
It's
nothing.
too much, yeah.
That's really true.
Yeah.
Right. You know, coming back to the movie, Ayushmann, you've done films that, you know, your films people love. Say a film like Chandigarh Kare Aashiki, which, you know, people didn't go to the cinemas, but everybody loved it when they came on OTT. And, you know, there was a big debate about, wow, you know, this is an OTT film. Does that worry you that, you know, every time a film comes that people will be like, I will wait. People say that, right? कि मैं ये OTT पे देखूंगा.
ये वो फिल्म है ही नहीं. I think this is Dream Girl 1 जो थी मेरी सबसे बड़ी फिल्म थी, around 140 crores and RTI तो मैं return of investment कमाल की हुई थी. And we've crossed that curve, I think.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
It was a norm a year back or couple of years back where only spectacle or festival films or big films are working, but the norm has changed in the past 3 months. 3 months.
Yes.
It's so recent. Like with Zara Hatke Zara Bachke or Rocky
we don't
Rani
know
or
what the
Satya
norm
Prem Ki
is,
Katha. Yeah, but they were conspiracy theories. But if you go with the conspiracy theories also, it's a sequel. It's part 2 of a very successful film.
Yeah, it is.
So it has we're ticking all the right boxes.
But in general, it's a
Yeah.
film, I think that's a community
screen,
experience.
yeah, it is,
You have
it
to
is,
watch
it
it
is.
with people, you have to have your popcorn, you have to sit down with something, with your friends, laugh, your family. It's that kind of film where everyone has to go in together
Right.
and just have a good time.
Like in Mathura, we were shooting in Mathura. They were not really aware about Andhadhun.
Okay.
जिसने national award दिलाया था.
Wow.
But they were mad about Dream Girl.
Oh,
So
really?
this is the only film which reached beyond plexus. for
Right,
me.
Yeah.
right.
Of course, there's a Bala and Badhaiyo also.
Right.
But this had the max reach.
Wow.
Full janta.
So you do meet people who don't know about Andhadhun?
I do. In Mathura, I met a lot of people. I was surprised.
Mathura, please watch Andhadhun. Right. Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible. Yeah. So the fact
It's
is that
inside. आपको पता नहीं चलता मुंबई में बैठ के.
Right,
जब
that's
तक छोटे शहरों में जाकर उनसे बात नहीं करते कि वो कैसी फिल्में देख रहे हैं उनकी.
Yeah. While we are doing this interview, half the country is watching Gadar too. So
Yes.
this is a
Of
big
course.
eye opener for
Yeah,
many of
yeah.
us. That's true. But one thing is that people are coming back to the cinemas. Rocky Rani was incredible, great praise. Now Gadar 2 and Oh My God 2 are doing well. These are good signs. Do you feel more confident when your film is just about to come?
It's a great sign.
a
I'm
great sign.
relieved mostly by films like Oh My God 2, Zara
Yeah.
Hatke Zara Bachke, Satya Prem Ki Katha because they're mid-budget films.
Right. Yeah.
और मेरी by default film mid-budget और high concept होती है. So I'm really relieved.
You want to explain आपकी film क्यों big budget होती है?
हाँ?
Do you want to explain?
Why
Big
it's
budget क्यों नहीं होती?
हाँ क्यों हाँ
क्यों कहाँ होती है big budget हमारी film?
नहीं होती है।
नहीं होती. वही तो बोल रहा हूँ नहीं
क्यों
होती.
क्यों निखिल?
क्यों नहीं होती?
हाँ. Because Ayushmann charges less money.
मुझे कास्ट कर लो बिग बजट फिल्म में तो आई एम नॉट अवर्स टू बिग बजट फिल्म्स आई रियली वांट टू डू लाइक बिग mythological film with green screen and everything all that
Bahubali.
circus why of course why not Bahubali type of film
Right.
so but
I think I'm just excited as an audience. Like
Audience,
there's
yeah.
every week something so fun is releasing, and I honestly don't think anything replaces going into the cinema and watching
That's
a film.
true.
You know,
What did you lastly? You enjoyed Rocky Rani?
Rocky Rani,
Yeah.
I've seen it twice already.
Twice in the
I'm
theatre?
down to
Yeah.
go for the third time if anyone wants to come with
What?
me. But I just loved it. It just reminded me why I fell in love with movies, why I wanted to be an actor, and that's the best feeling.
Right. No, just the way it's going, this is obviously going to flow into your film as well. So hope this does very well.
hi this is Ayushmann Khurrana
Hi, this is Ananya Panday.
and you're watching Bollywood Hungama